Alright, so what I'm doing here is I'm looking for an actual photograph of a satellite in orbit that isn't, excuse me, that isn't CGI, you know, um, like a real photo of a satellite that's in orbit. Um, Reason why I'm doing this is, of course, there are thousands up there, and you figure um, every every photograph they have, you know, in space, it should have like satellites in the background. Satellite, they they should be popping up everywhere, but there really aren't any photos taken from ships. Like this here is blurry, but it's obviously, an artist rendering. Um, CGI. I don't I don't understand why, if there are so many satellites in orbit, why why has there never been an actual photograph of a satellite from space? Like this lovely CGI piece here. It's all okay, done on a computer, obviously. But I mean, I'm a little dumbfounded with um, the amount of space junk that's up there, the amount of stuff that's up there floating around. See, even that, CGI. I mean, are there any pictures of satellites taken from space, that aren't obviously CGI like this one? I mean, I don't understand why I'm not finding any. Of course, this is the biggest hoax in world history right there. That doesn't exist. But, gosh, I don't know. All kinds of like official NASA footage and official this and official that, and nobody, nobody has ever taken a photo of a satellite while it was in space, you know? I mean, there's some interesting artistic renderings, but shouldn't photographs of space be littered with them? Shouldn't every time we go up, hey, look, there's a satellite, let's take its picture? I mean, they're supposed to be everywhere. Of course, 99% of all the communications on Earth, happens uh, between cell towers and cables. They got the cables running all the way from Europe to the United States. So, I mean, satellite communications is really a kind of I don't want to say a hoax, but you can't actually prove that you're actually using a satellite. It's not really a thing. But it's amazing to me how many there are supposedly up there. Um, and nobody has ever actually taken a photograph of one from space. It's all CGI. Everything is CG freaking I. Everything is an artist rendering. There is no actual hard copies of a satellite. Someone snapped a freaking picture of a freaking satellite up in orbit. It just one photo. That's really all I'm looking for here. I mean, I don't think I'm asking for much. Just one photo that isn't, obviously CGI, isn't doctored, isn't. I mean, I don't get it. They're supposed to be everywhere. I don't know. Look at that mess. Slathered around everywhere. Now you would think that every time NASA makes one of their famous photoshopped photos of Earth, they would include satellites in it, or something, because they're everywhere. They're buzzing around the planet. They're everywhere. So I tried my hardest to find one. Give them the benefit of the doubt, you know. But it's kind of hard to give someone credit for something when all you're finding is CGI baloney like this. I mean, just one photo of something in space shooting a satellite. Look at that. It's a pretty picture. It's CGI. I mean, it's not real, but I don't understand it. Lots of artist renderings, though. And they're pretty artist renderings, but it's not reality. Interesting. Well, let me know what you think, if you believe in the satellite myth or not. Let me know in the comment section below. I think it's one of the greatest hoaxes ever put forth to the world population. There has never been a photograph of Earth. There's never been a photograph of a satellite, because satellites don't exist. They're just not there. You know, I mean, come on, just if there are thousands of them, take a freaking picture of one with in the sky, you know, a real photograph of a satellite in space. Just take a freaking picture. There are thousands of them. How hard could this possibly be if you people are up there all the time?